Welcome back, it's me, Lou. I'm here for another action figure unboxing and review, and today we are taking a look at this. It's going to be a double feature. We're going to be reviewing Grimlock. Alright, so when it comes to Transformers Cyberverse and Transformers Bumblebee Cyberverse Adventures, it's a toy line I haven't really jumped into. I think I might have one or two figures from the initial wave, but for the most part, the line didn't really pique my interest up until recently. So I believe maybe like a month or two ago, they released, I think, the last Dinobot character they needed, and I believe that was Snarl. And as soon as they released Snarl, it kind of dawned on me that you can actually now assemble a full team of Dinobots in the Cyberverse line. So I started hunting them down, and we're going to start reviewing these Dinobot Cyberverse figures. And to start that off, I thought we'd begin with the big bad leader himself, Grimlock. So we're going to compare two different versions of Grimlock from the Cyberverse line. Alright, so on the left, we have a smaller figure. I believe this is a deluxe class, aka warrior class scale figure. This one's the more recent one. This is Transformers Bumblebee Cyberverse Adventures Grimlock. Now, I believe this is a re-release. I want to say this is a re-release of the first wave figure that we got with the original Cyberverse line. And in that wave, that Grimlock, I believe, came with a Build-A-Figure piece. And for that Build-A-Figure set, I think after we assembled all the different pieces, you'd be able to create that one character, what was it, McAdam. So I believe this Grimlock originally came with the Build-A-Figure McAdam wave. So this figure, you can find this at your Targets and your Walmarts. The package design is a little bit different than what I'm used to. It feels like this is aimed much more at kids than serious collectors. And for me, the normal indication of that is that the fact that there's no clear plastic window on this box. This is something you can actually reach in and feel around and get a feel for the figure. And I've always gathered that that kind of package design is more so aimed at children, the ones where it's actually in an open air box, just so the parents or the children can actually handle the figure and see what it feels like. All right, so we're gonna start off with this guy. This is Transformers Bumblebee Cyberverse Adventures Grimlock. The package design is really eye-catching. I like it a lot. With the yellow and the green, it's really bright. It's very lively, very energetic. I love the images on the spine, on the side. This iteration of Grimlock, I think it's really neat. I'm still getting used to the fact that, much like Optimus Prime, he doesn't have the faceplate over his mouth. So that's a look that always kind of throws me off. It's something that we've seen for quite some time now. It kind of goes way back when, some years ago, but I don't know. I like my Grimlocks with the fully armored up face like this guy has. I love this illustration of Grimlock. Really, really cool. And I love this illustration even more. The group shot with all the characters. We have Sludge, we have Snarl, we have Slag, now known as Slug. We have Grimlock, and in the back we have Swoop. On the back, full photos of Grimlock. Here's robot mode. Here's in the T-Rex mode, and he has a chomping jaw. Now, it took me by surprise that this is a small figure, and this dude takes 27 steps to transform. This guy is a much larger figure. This is an ultra class figure, and this one only takes 14 steps to transform. Now, I know like a lot of adult collectors and even the kids, they love the whole puzzle aspect of Transformers. For me, I enjoyed it when I was younger, but as an adult, I'm more about this like the actual robot modes and the characters. So it's always kind of like a nuisance for me to transform these things. And if you watch any of my Transformer videos on YouTube, when I attempt to like transform these, even with instructions, it takes me forever. Hopefully this won't be the case. Okay, so we have Grimlock. Here's his instruction manual. Alright. There is a lot of steps for this guy. It seems like it's almost overkill, because the original G1 toy, you could get that done maybe like in 6 to 8 steps, I believe. This is ridiculous, 27 steps. Alright, so in the tray, we have his blast effect, and we have his crown, and here's Grimlock himself. Alright, let's take this out. Or not. This is going to take a while. Alright, there's too much going on here with all these ties. It's going to take a while, so just bear with me. Alright, so we have Grimlock. He's kind of a small figure, so it seems a little excessive for such a small figure to have 27 steps. Here's his crown. And let's get out his blast effect, or his fire effect, or whatever it's called. Alright, real quick, a word of caution about some of these blast effects that come with the toys. So people have found that with certain figures, like I believe the Jetfire figure that came out maybe like a year or two years ago, and like, you know, the Omega Supreme. Some of these figures, they come with these blast effects, and people found that sometimes these things kind of like melt. I'm not sure about this one, because this one feels like it's made of a different plastic. It doesn't feel like the soft bendy plastic that the other ones were made of. This one actually feels like it's a harder plastic. So I'm not 100% sure if this is the kind of plastic that melts. But just to be on the safe side, you know, if you have these things plugged into your figures and they're on display, just keep an eye out and check up on these every so often, because at least with the previous blast effects we've gotten with some toys, that over long periods of time they begin to melt, and they'll actually even stick to the plastic of the action figure. I think this might be made of a different material, so there's a chance it might not. You know, I just want to give you a word of caution. But, you know, beyond that, these are great, especially for like fig photography. They look neat. It's really cool. Here's his crown. I'm assuming you put him on his head when he's in his T-Rex mode. I don't think it fits on him when he's standard, just like King Robot Grimlock. It might. Alright, let's move this stuff aside. Let's get Grimlock out here. Alright, so we have this Grimlock. You know what? Let's do a side-by-side review. I think that'll be funner. So let's get this guy out of his package too, so we can compare the height and the size difference. Alright, so this is Transformer Cyberverse Grimlock with Rocket Roar. And this is an Ultra Class figure. Ultra Class is a lot larger than Deluxe Class. I believe this figure came out first. The date on this figure... This one... Alright, so this is a much older figure. This one came out in 2017. Wow, that blows my mind. I didn't realize the Cyberverse stuff is that old already. No way. This cannot be from 2017. Oh, what's the date on this guy? This one's came out last year, I think. Or I can't find a stamp on this guy. I'm really curious to know when this one came out. I want to say this came out last year in 2021. Yeah, 2021. Man, that blows me away. I could have sworn that the Cyberverse line came out, you know, maybe like at the most 2 years ago. I didn't realize it was back in 2017. That's crazy. Alright, let's get this guy out. Real quick, Grimlock in the back. Here's Grimlock in the front. He's breathing fire. He has Rocket Roar. Transforms in 14 steps. Other figures, there's Bumblebee and Starscream. Here's his instruction manual. Alright, real quick, I want to talk about the size difference between these figures and the reason why I got both of them. Because technically speaking, you know, to complete the set, you only need one Grimlock. So, as I mentioned earlier, I believe this figure came out maybe a few years ago with the original Cyberverse line that had the McAdam Build-A-Figure. And this one came out in 2017, like I stated just a few minutes ago. So, you only need one Grimlock to complete your team, but as you can see here, here are some of the other characters. Like this is the new Dinobot Snarl. As you can see, a lot of these other Dinobots, they're either the same size as this Grimlock, or they're bigger. And here's the Dinobot Slug. All these figures, they're a lot bigger than this guy, and they're still in the same scale. They're still labeled as deluxe class. So for me, it's like, even though this guy's a deluxe class figure and the other ones are deluxe class also, Grimlock is substantially a lot larger than the other Dinobots. So it's, for me, I'm not necessarily a scale guy. Like for me, scale's not the biggest issue. But in this case, I do want a larger Grimlock to lead the Dinobots. You know, that's always kind of been the case. And this one is really small. That's why I kind of opted to also hunt down this Ultra class figure. It's a lot bigger. And if he towers over the other Dinobots, I'm not going to have an issue with it just because it's Grimlock. You know, I do have an issue. If Grimlock was the same size as the other ones, I might be cool with that. But, you know, from the looks of things, it looks like he's actually smaller than the other characters. Alright, so height-wise, let's get a ruler out here. The deluxe class Grimlock comes in at about maybe close to 5.5 inches. The Ultra class Grimlock comes in at about a little under 7 inches. So there's a big height difference here. In terms of the detail and the sculpting, it's a mixed bag. This one, in some ways, it feels like the sculpting is better in some areas, where on this one, the sculpting feels like it's better in other areas. You know, they're both supposed to represent the same version of Grimlock, but their designs are slightly different. Like you can see here, especially on the legs, this one has the gold shin guards with the colored squares. This one doesn't have the shin guard. It does have the squares, but they're not colored in. Grimlock's talons or claws are on the front of his hand, and that's kind of reminiscent of the original figure. This one, they're on the side of his forearms. Their chest designs are somewhat similar. This one kind of has like the red dots above his chest. This one has the dots, but they're unpainted. They both have the silver sections on the breastplate. This one is gray. They're not painted in. For the missile pods, these are colored red. These are left black, but they're actually sculpted outward so you can actually feel them, where these are recessed. They both have the same shaped head, but this one has the face mask, whereas this one, his mouth is exposed. If you're to view them from a profile view, this one has the red shoulder colored in. This one does not. In terms of their back design, this one feels a little bit more like what you expect from Grimlock. He kind of has the panels and the wings with the shorter arms. This one doesn't have those. So yeah, same character, different classes. We have the much more affordable, smaller deluxe class, and we have the slightly pricier ultra class here. Alright, so let's talk about their Dinobot mode. So this Grimlock comes with some accessories also. Like I mentioned earlier, he comes with this flame effect. You can use it as a club. And then he also has this crown that you can place on top of him. I'm trying to figure out how to plug this in. I might be doing this wrong. Yeah, I'm probably doing this wrong. Oh, there you go. So he has his crown. He has his fire club. This one has no accessories, although he does have the 5mm holes. So if you have some like accessories laying around, like a sword or a blaster that fits this port, you could probably use that. Alright, so we're going to attempt to transform the deluxe class Grimlock in 27 steps. Alright, so bear with me. I'm horrible at this. Some of these figures, they feel very intuitive and easy to transform. Others, not so much. And I'm hoping this is one that transforms easy. I don't want to I don't want to like have a headache this morning. Alright, so I'm going to go this. And just to warn you in advance, if this gets too hard for me, I might just give up. I mean, part of it's because I feel pressured under time. Like, I don't want my video to come in like at... My videos are long enough as they are. I don't want to come in at like 2 hours just because I'm trying to transform Grimlock. Alright, I think I did that right. That's going to go over. Okay, let's get the tail out. Yeah, I hate transforming these things. Oh, the leg keeps on popping off. Just wait. Yeah, this is throwing me off. I'm like confused. I have no idea how a child does this. Alright, I'm just going to try to guess without looking at the instructions. For me, it's like I've handled enough Transformers. I could probably just figure this out. Alright, this is going to make me crazy. It's at a certain point, I might just have to give up because I can't figure this out. I can't make heads or tails of some of these instructions. All right, rotate the waist. Did that. Okay, rotate the waist. All right, we did that. Close his legs. I'm sure some of you are screaming at your screen right now because I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, I might have to give up at a certain point. This guy's confusing. His legs keep on popping off. It's making me nuts. They don't want to stay in place. I am so embarrassed that I can't do this right now. Oh, okay, let's wait. There you go. Alright, so let's start from the beginning with his legs. Alright, so his legs are like this. It says to rotate them like so, which I did. And now it's telling me to open up the hatch here. I did that. Now it's telling me to pull something down. Oh, okay, pulling this down. All right, that makes sense. Okay. Alright, this is why you don't unbox and review Transformers on the fly. I can't figure this out. I know what I want it to do, but I can't get it to do it. Let's just take this off. Let's make... Yeah, I'm going to give up on this. Alright. I apologize. I can't figure this guy out right now. I'm like pressed for time also, so that doesn't help. I thought this was going to be something I could do in 5 minutes, but yeah, 27 steps for a guy this small is excessive. Alright, let's move to this guy real quick. This is horrible. Alright, this looks like something I can get behind. We start off here. You fold his feet up. Then we twist him 180. We roll his fists up. Then we lower his back. Whatever the hell. What the hell is that? Oh no, this is chest. Okay. Lower his chest down. This rises up. All right, this one I could get behind. This one makes sense to me. This closes up. Legs go out. Yeah, I can figure this one out. This one's easy. Alright, how do we do the legs? The legs are throwing me off. Oh, okay. All right, it's right there, but I can't get it to lock right. Just give me a second. Okay, there we go. Grimlock. Awesome. Alright, I have some sense of accomplishment being able to transform this guy at least. Now, in terms of his play feature, he has something here. Alright, so I'm this far. And then for his feet, oh, I'm supposed to rotate his feet down, okay. Oh, that's neat. I don't know what I did, but I activated something here. Alright, yeah, so one of his feet back here, when it folds down, it activates some sort of play feature. There's like a button or something it's hitting. And when it hits the button... Wow, that's cool. I can get behind that. That's awesome. Alright, so here's his Dinobot Mode. Here's a profile of it. It looks alright. It's pretty sizable for a Grimlock figure. And I do like the play feature. The play feature is pretty awesome. If you're a kid, I'd be all about this. That's awesome. Alright, so Grimlock is Dinobot form, the T-Rex. And let's come back to this. I don't want to give up on this, but it's just making me crazy that the front half of him is easy to do. It's his tail assembly that's making me crazy. Alright, I followed all of the instructions up to a certain point, and it's not working for me. I might just like quit while I'm ahead. I don't want this video to I'm always running into this. The leg's always popping off. Yeah, so this guy's a complete fail for me. I'm gonna try to figure him out off camera once this video is done with. I don't know. I'm not feeling this one. This one's kind of, and the video is almost half an hour long. Yeah, so this one's frustrating. I don't like this one. Alright, yeah, so let's wrap up this video. I apologize that I couldn't figure out how to get this guy to transform. The instructions for the legs, especially when you get to this part, it's hard to discern what's going on. It's telling me to rotate it. I did that. I opened up the panel. Then it's telling me to pull down on something. And then it's telling me to twist around, but it doesn't make any sense. Because I'm sure if I could figure out for one leg, then the other leg will just, it'll just follow. But it doesn't want to. It doesn't want to cooperate, and then the leg keeps on popping off when I'm moving stuff. So yeah, I don't know what the deal is here. Oh, I feel like an idiot. Yeah, so if word of advice, go on YouTube, find a competent reviewer that knows how to transform this guy. I'm not that competent when it comes to some of these figures, especially the newer ones. The older ones, yeah, these newer ones, not so much. It's a very frustrating process for me, especially when it doesn't want to. It's like I said, this does not want to cooperate. It constantly wants to break off and separate from the joint. Like, I get where this is supposed to go, but every time I twist the leg, it separates, the ball joint separates from the socket here. And I know that that's part, you know, that's actually a part of the design so the figures don't break as easily. But at the same time, it's like I can't get this guy to transform because every time I move the leg, it's just popping off. Okay, wait. Do I have it? Ah, shoot. Oh yeah, we're gonna give up on this guy. This is a complete fail for me. Yeah, so jump on YouTube, find a more competent reviewer. I apologize, I'm like an idiot when it comes to this guy. The Ultra Class one, I love this figure. This one's great. This is a win all around for me. But yeah, this other one sucks. So go if you have a chance. If you have the option, settle for the larger Ultra Class figure. The articulation, it's not going to be as keen as this one. Like the smaller one, it's more articulated. But I like this one. This one has a much more simpler transformation. I love this fire breathing gimmick. I can't stop playing with it. It's really neat. So yeah. All right, let's wrap this up. Do you need either of these guys? If you're into Cyberverse and you're dabbling in Dinobots, yes. There's enough. They have all the Dinobots now available to complete a full set. You know, there's Slug, Snarl, and Sludge. And we have Grimlock and Swoop. So they're all available. So you can finally complete your Cyberverse Dinobots. If I had to choose, I'm choosing the larger Ultra figure over the Deluxe. I'm sure if you gave this figure to like a 6-year-old, they could probably like figure it out. I'm in my 40s. I can't figure this dude out. It's I don't know. The first half I could, but the bottom half I couldn't. All right, so this is a complete fail. Jump on YouTube, find a dude that knows what they're doing. Apparently I don't. So let's wrap this up. Once again, my name is Lou. Thank you so much for checking out my channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so much for your likes, comments, and support. I greatly appreciate it. So until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, and most importantly, be happy. I will talk to you later. Later.